So I received a request from Tiarra Monet to do a How Would I Style You video on her. So this is Tiarra Monet, and what I would say that I love about her style is that I love that she outfits, meaning that the hair, the makeup, and the outfit all goes together. I love the color and I love the openness to versatility, and I love that the fact that although she has access and money to be able to afford a lot of designer items, she doesn't overdo it, and she knows like where to place the designer so it doesn't take over the entire outfit. Now, if I had to change something or call something out, the one thing I did notice about her style that it seems sometimes like it's a bit of a battle to do what she really wants to do as far as her style and doing what would appease Instagram or social media following, because she is an influencer. So I do understand that there is a certain level of responsibility that plays a factor into fashion choices, depending on sponsorships, partnerships, or, just we're like an entire aesthetic culture where everything's evolved around that. So when you are an influencer, that's definitely something that has to play a part in your content. That's not something that you can ignore. So I'm saying all that to say is that I do see like a bit of regalness in her style and just like a little bit of nostalgia in her style, that's like begging to come out. And I was really excited to put this together because I think that it covers so many different parts of her hair, her makeup, her overall style that I would love to see come out more. I think that Diahann Carroll should be on Tiarra's mood board. I think that Diahann has so many traits in her style that I see in Tiarra's current style. Like, first of all, just the outfitting alone, I think, speaks to how Tiarra dresses. Also, what I noticed about Tiarra's style is that she loves color and she loves movement in her pieces. And I think a lot of the looks that we see with Diahann Carroll is color, shape, and movement. And I think that's one of like the best things like about her style, along with the versatility. I think when we think about Diahann Carroll, a lot of people get so caught up on her, on her character Dominique Devereaux on Dynasty, that I think her actual personal style outside of the character gets lost in the sauce. And she just has such a classic regalness, just like a woman, like quality about her demeanor, her style, all of that. And I see so much of that in Tiarra's style. And this is what I meant when I said I want to see more of this come out of her personal style, because I feel like everybody's trying to do the same thing on social media, especially if you are an influencer at a certain type of level, that even if you were the person who did it first and did it in the way that you did it, if you have a certain level of popularity, it gets so diluted down because sometimes it can be easy to replicate depending on the access that the person has to either the designer or money, things like that. But I think when you truly curate a style that's personal to you, it makes it so much harder for people to copy or replicate what you do. And I don't think there is a lot of people who can truly deliver that type of Diahann Carroll style. I feel like we see a lot of the girls trying again with the character Dominique Devereaux, but we don't see them doing it with Diahann Carroll's actual style, which was hit after hit after hit. And I think that even with some of the pieces that Tiarra currently owns, just swapping out certain things and trying kind of this direction, I think she will find herself truly executing all the things that made Diahann Carroll's style authentic and classic and timeless. Now for hair, Tamala Jones would be perfect on Tiarra's mood board. I love, love, love Tiarra's appreciation for the short bob S slash midi length type of hair. I feel like in today's time, it's so much of complete opposite ends of the spectrum. Either it's 30 to 40-inch bust down middle parts or side parts or layers and curls, or it is straight pixie cuts. And I think Tamala Jones did such a great job with putting on for like those midi length type of hairstyles, along with like the color, the highlights, the versatility in it. And when I seen the difference in styles on Tiarra's page, I was like, okay, this who should be on her mood board for the hair. And y'all know I've been advocating for, a little bit difference in the wigs, although I do think Tiarra wigs are really nice. Y'all know I've been advocating for more weaves or U-parts and things like that, just because I just miss it. Again, because I feel like everybody is doing the same type of Instagram aesthetic. So if she was ever to go over to like weaves or U-parts, I think that midi length or like the funky type of bob. I noticed Tiarra did like a lot of flip hairstyles the same way as Tamala Jones did. So I just thought it would just be like the perfect person to be on the mood board for her. For makeup, I think that Keisha Epps should be on Tiarra's mood board, period. Keisha Epps' makeup was so revolutionary and before its time that I think it would be the perfect style and aesthetic for Tiarra to go into, because Tiarra likes a beat face, period. And I think that Keisha Epps' makeup at the time would have been considered a beat face. But I just think it's such a level of artistry, creativity, and softness to it that we really don't see anymore. Because everybody's doing like the same type of brow, the same type of look, and some people are touching up their pictures, so everything is starting to look the same, even if it doesn't look the same in real life, because again, everybody's chasing a certain type of aesthetic. But Keisha Epps' makeup, baby, it was just like, you don't see smoky eyes getting done like that anymore. You don't see people using color in that same way. You don't see people using bronzers or contours in like ways to enhance natural beauty. So I think that would just be a perfect direction for Tiarra to go in with her makeup, because it still fulfills that creative need to be beat down, but it's just like in a different way, if you will. So this is my overview of how I would style Tiarra Monet and which direction I would go in with her hair and makeup if she was looking for anything different. So let me know what you guys think below, if you agree or not, and if you don't agree, let me know what you would suggest instead.